Once upon a time, in a kingdom nestled between sparkling rivers and sun-kissed mountains, lived a princess named Elara. She wasn't just any princess. Her kindness was as famous as her radiant beauty, and her laughter was said to make flowers bloom. Her home, the magnificent ivory spire, was a beacon of happiness, its gardens overflowing with the most vibrant blossoms you could ever imagine. Princess Elara loved her kingdom and its people more than anything, and they loved her right back. But one morning, something was terribly wrong. A strange, heavy silence fell over the ivory spire. The usual morning chorus of songbirds was gone. The vibrant flowers in the garden had drooped, their colors faded as if washed out by a grey mist. And Princess Elara, who usually greeted the dawn with a smile, was nowhere to be seen. A deep, unnatural sleep had claimed her, a slumber so profound that no one in the castle could wake her. It was as if a shadow had crept into their sunny world and stolen her light. The king and queen were heartbroken. They sent messengers far and wide, promising riches and honor to anyone who could break the mysterious spell. The most skilled physicians, wise old sorcerers, and brave knights from every corner of the land came to try their luck. They brewed rare potions, chanted ancient incantations, and even played melodies said to have magical properties. But nothing worked. Princess Elara remained lost in her silent dream, and the kingdom's heart grew heavier with each passing day. The once bright ivory spire felt cold and empty without her joyful presence. Just when all hope seemed to be fading, a young man named Liam arrived at the castle gate. Liam wasn't a prince or a powerful wizard. He was a simple gardener from a nearby village, known for his gentle touch with plants and his deep understanding of nature. He had heard the sad news and felt a pull in his heart to help. He didn't bring magical artifacts or spellbooks. Instead, he carried a small, unassuming sapling in a clay pot. Its leaves were a soft, fresh green, holding the promise of new life. The royal court was skeptical, but with nothing left to lose, the king granted him permission to see the princess. Liam entered the grand chamber where Elara lay. The air was still and heavy with sorrow. He walked quietly to her bedside and placed the sapling on a small table next to her, where a sliver of morning sunlight streamed through the window. He didn't try to shout or shake her. Instead, he simply began to talk. He spoke to her softly, not about magic or curses, but about the world outside her window. He described the way the morning dew collected on spiderwebs, how the bees buzzed from flower to flower, and the feeling of warm soil in his hands. He spoke of life, of growth, and of the simple beauty of the world. As he spoke, something incredible began to happen. The little sapling in the pot started to stir. Its leaves trembled and unfurled, reaching towards the sunlight. A tiny, luminous bud appeared at its tip, glowing with a soft, golden light. The light grew brighter and brighter, filling the entire room with a warm, gentle radiance. It washed over Princess Elara, and slowly her eyelashes fluttered. She took a deep breath, like someone waking from a long, long rest, and her eyes opened. The first thing she saw was the glowing flower and the kind face of the young gardener beside her. As Elara fully awoke, the spell over the kingdom shattered. The birds returned to the sky, filling the air with their sweet songs. The flowers in the garden lifted their heads, their colors bursting forth more brilliant than ever before. The entire kingdom rejoiced. Liam hadn't used powerful magic, he had used the simple, powerful magic of life itself. He reminded Elara of the world waiting for her, of the sun and the earth and all the little wonders in between. Princess Elara, forever grateful, knew she had found not just a hero, but a true friend. And together they ensured the kingdom remained a place of light, laughter, and endless blooming flowers. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more tales. See you next time.